What's up, everybody? Railroad Pioneer. 2004, this game came out. It's crazy to think that that's already 11 years ago. But I'm going to play a little bit of it. This is where you're going from New York. You're trying to go all the way to the Pacific Ocean, the Transcontinental Railroad. Of course, dangerous on the way. Old game, but if you zoom in, it actually doesn't look too bad. I never played it back in 2004. I was back in college at that time, and I wasn't... just didn't have the time for it, but I figure, hey, we're coming to a close on some of the Train Fever stuff. This will be fun, right? Right, continuation with a classic, so here we go. Railroad Pioneer. You know, it's an oldie. However, it's got a lot of features. Same thing with like Sid Meier's Railroad that would be nice to have in Train Fever. Train Fever 2. Perhaps. We'll see. Get a little bit more deeper in the resources and towns. Alright. Well, you have multiplayer. I don't know if that even still works. I'll show you my options real quick, as we usually do. I gotta do that slow scroll speed or it gets a little crazy. Odd thing with this game, there is no 1080. There's a 1400 by 1050, so I'm gonna stick with that. Everything else, of course, we're going to max out the graphics. Single player, you've got missions, alright, so you've got these right here. You also have the actual campaign, which is going across the country. So let's go ahead, hit up New York, and go from there. So the first one's pretty cool. We start out in New York, my home state, and we've got to make it from New York City up to the capital of Albany.
This is the story of some of the most courageous men and one of the most daring enterprises ever attempted by mankind. It is the story of great railroad companies that had but one goal: to build the first transcontinental railroad straight across the unexplored America of the 19th century. They were brave pioneers who entered into a race against time and exposed themselves to unbelievable dangers, even if it meant losing their lives. Thousands of workers, tons of materials, and unbelievable sums of money were needed to make this enormous dream a reality. No one had even the slightest idea what to expect. The unfathomable expanse of a wild, rough continent lie before an army of inexperienced workers. They had to overcome massive mountains with snow-covered passes, gaping canyons and merciless deserts. And competing railroad companies harassed each other too. Acts of sabotage and underhanded attacks would soon become part of the sorrow-filled lives of the railroad pioneers.
We're gonna have to work our way across the named states.
Fame, and honor had begun.
So here, there you go. Gives you the overview. Each mission is based out like on each of these states. So as you can see, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri. We're going to be going across the U.S. All right, we're back. Now for the in-game stuff, I shut off the voice. I'll have him kind of introduce the beginning of the missions. Other than that, I'm going to have at it. Mission 1 in New York is basically the tutorial. So we have to learn how to move around with the map. I like to right-click and drag around and then mouse wheel to zoom in. And see, once you zoom in, it actually doesn't look too bad. It builds off these like little icons separately here. I don't know if I have to do each one of these to... yeah, the actual pause button pauses the game. That's kind of nice. You don't see all the icons when you pause. And then... yeah, so there's that. When I'm done with that now, it's kind of time to build the track down here. So we have to build our first station. So I just drag forward. We'll build it right here. Give it the green sign and go, and it will slowly build out, which is kind of a neat, realistic idea. You know, it'd be neat for a newer game. Of course, you'd probably see little people out here working on the railroad, actually building it out. But for example, like with games like Train Fever, you know, you just build the track and it's built and it's done right away. But I like how this one actually takes time into account. So we got to make sure to take that kind of stuff into account. So now it's saying about laying the track. We need to select the unfinished end of the track, which we did. Click destinations directly or use arrows to help you plan the route. Lay the track to the neighboring city. Now the problem with that is we have we're going to have to try to get to Albany over here. And we have all this black area that we can't see. So that's kind of a pain as well. I was really hoping to get this, build the station. Cool. Now it's building the station in 3 days. So we're going to have a station built here. You got to confirm your selection with the green OK ticker, which is that little OK check mark, and then wait until the train station is finished. So it turns like that kind of see-through ghostly green, and it slowly builds over time. I have not found, and I do not believe there is a speed up, slow down of the game. However, the pace of the game, especially once it gets a little hectic with a lot of stuff going on, it's fast, but it's not too fast-paced of a game. At the beginning, you might be going, oh, everything takes forever to build. However, it'll change. Now, also, you get a chance to get those messages to go away and all that good stuff. It'll keep reminding you with everything being done. So now we can move on. Number 3, assemble our troops. That's this little building here with the white. If you just mouse over everything, you can see this is the industrial district. This is our building lot, so something will build there. Here's our marketplace. It shows everything, the demand, supply, all that. But right now we need to do our geographer's little area thing. So we want to get a pioneer. We want to get a prospector. And we want to get a trapper. They're all going to be in one group, and they're going to be in the... we're going to call this the Monty Elite. Nope, doesn't even fit like that, so let's go like that. Alright, the Monty Elite. These guys are going to be a new little Pioneer squad here. You can click on them. All 3 of them are here, and we're going to double left click in the black area. Now, your Pioneer, this guy, he's the one who's exploring, okay? The guy next to him, here, let me go back here. These guys keep on moving. We'll look at here. The prospector, he evaluates the resources, and the trapper, he eliminates animals and some types of bad guys and things like that, but we're going to need more in the next level for that. So this takes time. As you can see, they're scrolling through. Now, if I just walked my Pioneer in here, he would die. So I had to make sure I have a trapper with him, which I do. So I'm going to send them right to the middle. And then my prospector is going to go to the cornfield, and we're going to go with that. So there we have that. And now, because I have the trapper, I can engage him, and I took him out. Next step, but the trapper's gone. Remember that. They're like one-time use guys. Now I can actually have my track extend up to the cornfield. So now we're evaluating the resource field. Boom. There we have it. Now we need to build a train station at the cornfield. So we're going to left click on the end, move up here. Boom, boom, boom. I want to build it. Albany's up here. So let's have it branch off here. Yeah, we'll do that for this level. And just double left click, and that's going to start branching out and building, and we will build our first train in the game. Yeah, on this one you can't just like free play it. They do have sandbox mode and things like that, but for the mission, especially on the tutorial one, you got to go right in order because there's a lot of stuff blocked out. Like I can't click on everything that I would like to. Eventually you can do research, all the cool stuff, like so much added train stuff that's needed for some new kind of simulation game. This one's fun. Something fun. We're almost at that 1 year anniversary of Train Fever already. September, around the beginning of September. And I'm going to finish up my hard series this week. Probably going to finish off the 1980s later tonight. But I thought I would come in here, play the New York level, and just do something a little bit different. Know any other Train Fever games? I mean, of course, Sid Meier's Railroad. That's a fun one. I do have that. I could throw up a few episodes there. That would be interesting. Go ahead and have this track build out because I know we're going to start working our way to Albany. Actually, the elite group here, he can go ahead and start exploring. Now, if he runs into any trouble, he will just get wiped out. So we have to be careful. So now we need to build the six-wheeler locomotive. Let's just click on the this engineering right here, the industrial district, sorry. And here's our car. So we want the six-wheeler. We're going to build him. You can't have a queue, one at a time, because the next thing we're going to need to build is freight and passengers. Construct a station is complete. All right, cool. The station is done. Now what you notice is there's a demand for passengers here at the cornfield. So I guess they're like the workers. But you wouldn't see that if you clicked on the cornfield. You just see the supply of the three things of corn. So make sure you pay attention to everything around here. So that's why we're going to build a train. We're going to have a passenger and a freight car to bring everything back. So that guy's done. At least the engine is. So now, like I said, we're going to do a passenger and a freight. Build a passenger and a freight car. Look at that. I'm on top of it for the tutorial. I'm going to keep this track building out so it'll be done as we explore. And we'll be in Albany in no time before these things are even built. Alright, passenger car, freight car, wasting no time. That's why these are nice. I don't like to disable them because I like to know when it's done so I can go fix the stuff. Fix it up. This is going to keep going. And as you can see, you can only build where you've explored. So there is that. Keep it in mind. And I know we have a big river here. Probably the Hudson, really kind of moving up, blocking off. You take the Hudson up to Albany. And yeah, it's going there. We got it going. Now that it's finished, we can say, we can get the six-wheeler. We want the passenger and freight car. And trust me, once the tutorial's gone, you'll see this all better. And we're going to attach it. Making sure I do this right. Detach. Select the cornfield as the train's destination. Okay, I put some passengers on there. We're going to go to the cornfield. And we're going to say, okay. Nothing extra because that's what the tutorial is for now. We're not making a permanent route or anything. And here it is. We're going to zoom in and check it out in its HD goodness. There you have it. Chugging along. I love these things though. You get to upgrade these trains based on just the more experience they get. You can go faster, cheaper, better power. Kind of like it. It's kind of a neat idea. So we got to keep extending out. Always something to do. Keep our track going, and looks like we're almost gonna. This guy's gonna make it all the way to Albany, and our train's gonna make it. He's gonna unload those passengers. There's our little points up here. There you have it. All right. Establish a permanent trade route. So we're going to click on them. We're going to select our train, and we're going to say, fill it with corn. Or what is that? Yeah, is it corn? Yeah. We're going to go to New York. All right. Okay. We're going to do that. But then, when you go to New York, you click on this. We're going to go passengers, back to the cornfield. All right. So now you got your initial pick up the corn, take it to New York City. New York City, pick up some passengers. Go back up here, get some corn, and then we're going to click this little green back and forth, or we're going to make it green by clicking on it. We're going to say, okay, that's a permanent trade route. Trading location was discovered. Troop Monty Elite has discovered Albany. Where? Bring me there. Show me. There it is. This is where I live. Albany. It's happening. It's for real. All right, that's the other reason I thought this would be fun. It's just like, it's just too cool. Too cool for school. Double click that. We're done. Let's go ahead and go, all right, let's get our elite. And just for fun, keep exploring. Go get killed by some wolves or something. But yeah, it's going to get intense. Not really intense, but you get a lot more troubles down the line. All right, moving right along. As you can see, these guys, eventually you'll be able to upgrade these. The housing or production time, all kinds of cool ways to customize your towns. Mission objective reached. You have successfully finished New York. Ta-da! Mission 1, New York successful. You received 3 medals. I got it. I got it in time because it was before July 1st. Our points, I had 211. We needed 30. Well done. And there were no submissions. So, very cool. Top score for mission number 1. That's it. Railroad pioneer. I'll see you guys next episode. Be sure to share, subscribe, and comment. And remember, those likes go a long way. Of course, comment below. Maybe I'll name some of these things after you. Something like that. And just like I do in all my other games, it'll be fun. And we'll continue on next time and see what's going on in Pennsylvania. Build on out there. Maybe we'll have to hit up Pittsburgh. So, see you guys later. Peace on out.